Hold on, then I'm gonna be undeafening in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's about to unmute.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're unmuted. Hi.
I got it. I was counting.
You didn't count out loud, so it doesn't count.
It really doesn't.
Unbelievable.
I have come back.
Welcome. How you all doing?
Hello. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Cap is Cap.
I am busy.
Same.
Yeah.
Well, if I throw these chocolate cupcakes in the oven, then I should be good because the icing I gotta wait for it to cool anyway. So it'd be perfect for D&D. But I have to scoop it all into the cupcake holders, and that takes like 20 minutes. And I'm like, fuck that. It's fine. I'll do it when fucking Cap's having his go. God knows it takes 20 minutes.
So, who remembers what happened last time?
We went to the Shadow Realm.
We went to like 2 cities, and then we fought a bunch of evil monsters. I don't know what they were. Something from the Shadowfell, presumably. And then we found the portal, and we entered the Shadowfell.
Indeed.
And I'm scared.
As yeah. You guys entered this area.
Oh, the ambience.
So, I believe we ended with you guys just entering into the portal. So describe the scene a bit, because it's been a couple weeks. Welcome to the Shadowfell. It is incredibly dark here. There is no light brighter than dim light. Dim light being defined in the rulebook as no brighter than a night of a full moon outside. That's how bright it is. You see around you a fetid pond, similar to the one that you saw in the prime material right before you entered. In fact, the environment looks the same but different, as the Shadowfell is a reflective plane to the prime material, meaning that it is like literally just a reflection of it. Hey, yo. Greater Restoration is good though.
Yeah, but I got all the same fucking rolls, dude.
And yeah, the trees have completely lost their life, as they now seem like petrified husks of what they were on the prime material. The roads are dirty and unkempt. Bushes has transformed into whipping vines in the back. And looking up at the sky, you see sort of like you see the sun, but it's kind of shining through this thick layer of shadowy clouds. And the moon, also in the sky, is a ominous, like glows with an ominous, like kind of red-brown color, rather than the normal, like gray that you'd be used to. And yeah, as you enter, one thing of note is that Linda is no longer big; she is now small.
Small.
Yeah, well, not small, but like medium-sized. She used to be,
Normal.
this size, but now she's this size. Um, and as she steps out of the portal, you notice that, like her face is kind of streaming with tears of ink, which she kind of wipes away at, but it doesn't stop. And looking
She's
around,
cursed.
yeah, she is indeed cursed. She will kind of look around and will say, being here seems to have empowered the curse placed upon me by that coven. Astra, you notice.
Was it just me, or was she looking at me when she said that?
She glances
definitely
towards
was.
you. Astra, you notice your animals, as they come through the portal, they start trembling.
Oh, they're
no.
scared.
I'm like cursing
Wow.
the back. I want him to be scared.
They,
I wanted
Astra
George
is an
Washington to
animal
comfort
murderer.
me.
You open the bag. Get back in.
Yeah.
back in.
It's dangerous.
Yeah, like George Washington III, Edith, Walter, like they all like are kind of, they're on high alert basically. Like George Washington's ears have like perked up and he's listening intently, kind of trembling. Occasionally, like his head turns towards the shadows with a low growl, and when you turn to look, you see nothing there. Edith kind of stamps the ground, looking like she's ready to charge at something, but then relaxes and then does it again, and is just kind of repeating that as she looks around. Well,
Animals are crazy.
yeah. Walter kind of perches on your head, Astra, and you can kind of feel from like the claws kind of start digging into your scalp, as Walter is just kind of subconsciously like gripping you in fear. And yeah, the welcome to the Shadowfell.
I already hate it.
A single tarot card, by the way.
Got it. One.
I will keep both ones I've got.
What happened to George Washington
Oh.
II? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
We don't talk about him.
Right on.
Became president, and then George Washington III became president.
This will be very interesting at this time. I've just sent you the description of the card I just got.
Hey, steampunk.
Yeah.
It's a good
Yeah.
thing that like, Astra's smart and stuff. She brought the canaries into this gold mine.
You want me to roll it, or you want to
Yeah,
roll
roll a
it?
d20.
What's a canary?
Okay.
It's a type of bird.
It's a bird.
I know, I'm saying that in character.
Wait, does he not know what a
My
canary
voice
is?
changer isn't on. He's a robot from like fucking
Okay,
the
not
old
terrible.
western.
Canaries existed then, though.
Yeah, but I don't think you'd find a canary in the desert.
You definitely found coal mines, didn't you? I imagine.
That doesn't even make any sense. Who brings
As you
canaries
all
into a coal
are
mine?
debating
Wait, you don't know?
canaries, something happens. Through the portal comes a spew, an explosion of beautiful flower petals that then start raining
Ooh.
down as though to relieve the tension.
Oh.
And as soon as they touch the ground, they wither and die and then dissipate.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
It's like,
With that and
Oh.
die.
it's like, oh, that's nice. Oh, that's not nice. Oh, no.
Little screams of a creature.
It all
going,
happens in like
"Oh!"
the span of like 6 seconds or so. Canaries were historically brought into coal mines so they could find out if the air quality was too bad for humans. Yep.
Well then,
In other words, those little creatures with low hit
A
point
fun
amounts
fact.
and all that are gonna die first. And then we know, don't go that way. Anyway, hey Linda,
is
which way
is
do
the
we go?
portal still open?
Yes.
Can I try and go back through?
Yes.
Uh-oh. And cursed.
I step through.
I'm gonna have all my animals hug around me.
All right. Anyone?
Is there nothing to note?
No. The bodies of the Sarsaparilla have kind of evaporated.
Oh, I can't
There's
see
no.
because my character's not there. I'm like, what the fuck happened?
And yeah, you
Um,
see an environment similar to the one that you were just in, but you know, not as dead looking.
I'm gonna run over to the boat in Jupiter, which is over here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where it came from. And I'm gonna tell, or let me check my inventory. Why don't I? Why can't I have paper? I need to get paper. I'm gonna tell Jupiter. I need you to fly back to home. I need you to be safe and keep the boat safe as well.
He can understand.
Can you do that?
Alright. Jupiter will. I don't even know if dragonflies can nod their heads. Jupiter does a little
Okay,
head
they
bob.
got, like,
They have
twisty heads.
necks.
I don't even know.
They can turn their heads like to 90 degrees.
Mm,
Oh my god, that's
Like on a
horrifying.
rotation.
did not know that.
Yeah.
Just
They're weird.
like the Grudge.
Alright. But yeah, Jupiter will follow your directions as she will like kind of turn and make her way back to Vagabore there. Boop.
'Cause I don't want her to be jumped or people to steal our shit.
For the record, Pinchy is on the boat as well, so if anyone asks questions, someone can answer.
Okay. Good to
Have
know.
you seen that boat
And I
being
step
pulled
back.
by a dragonfly with a talking crab on it?
Yip will be there because I don't want Yip to die, please. Thank you.
Alright.
Alright.
Keeping everyone safe.
Yeah.
Dr. Zorbird is
The
also on
important
it.
animal save.
No, if they die, they go into my bag, so they don't ever
All of the
die. They're fine.
non-summonable animals are
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
the boat.
All of
All of the
Yeah,
ones
the
that can
important
be
ones.
actually killed
the
are on the boat.
expendables.
This is why Ryder got
coming
us
with
to come
us.
here, just so he could get rid of all my fucking tokens.
Time for the culling.
Finally, no
We're
more.
gonna get robbed. We're gonna get robbed and they're gonna steal your bag.
Bro, I'll fucking fight tooth and nail for my goddamn animals.
Time for just like the one-shot adventure of like Jupiter, Pinchy, Dr. Zoidberg, Stella.
Hell
We
yeah.
should so do that. Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
But yeah, what do you all do?
Linda,
Yes.
where do we go? You're the one who's been here before and all that sort of stuff.
Keep thinking of Lucifer when you say Linda.
I know, Dr. Linda.
Dr. Linda. Does she have glasses? Asking for a friend.
No.
Damn it.
don't think,
yeah, she will think for a moment as she kind of looks around, like up and down, like each of the roads, as she will shrug and say, "I do not know."
Can I look at the portal? Is there any like streams of magic and stuff leading off to somewhere where the portal has been powered and kept open from?
Make an Arcana check.
I have to mention I have brain currently, so it's a +12.
All right. You examine the portal. It is a portal consisting of warbling and swirling shadows, with kind of like the occasional shadowy like tendril reaching out of it, to kind of lightly touch you, Frank. You don't really feel any sort of sensation when it happens, other than like a bit of a cold sensation. But otherwise, you don't really sense anything that indicates where this portal came from, or what is causing it to remain open, or the progenitor thereof.
I
Can
see.
I look for any signs for the? Are we looking for the witches? It's the witches we're looking for, right?
Me aunties, yeah.
Yeah. Can I look if there's any signs of that?
Make a survival check.
Survival. Nice.
Also, this tree over here looks like
Hold
a
on.
mimic, and I don't
Don't.
like
That doesn't
it.
count. I'm also gonna cosmic omen.
Isn't that the whip tree?
I don't know.
All right.
I think
I
that's
don't know
the
what a whip tree is.
With a 20, checking the roads, you do see what looks like foot traffic through the area, kind of leading in like kind of every which way. It is a road, but the more recent tracks kind of lead, seem to be like going in like this direction.
We should go that way.
We should go that way.
Astra is right. We should go that way.
Yes.
us commence forth.
We must go forward.
We
Robot.
must move.
But before, I want to check out this tree.
Okay. You're
Oh, let me come with.
All right. I'll send the dog.
I don't want to get too
Linda,
close.
I'm gonna
with
get
me,
close.
Linda, please. I don't know where you are.
Frank,
Can't
no.
see. There you are.
I'm gonna get close to the deck.
I don't have my sexy wife with me, so I need at least someone sexy around me while we go.
Very well, horny one. I will take the lead.
Oh my god.
Frank, you approach that.
Yeah, I approached the whip tree thingy.
Let's see. Let's see how far away you are from this. All right. Make a dexterity save.
How far it's gonna toss you?
Right. Yep. Dexterity.
All right. All right. Yeah. So as you approach it, you see this mass of thorny vines, tendrils, hard to really say, of like purple, and then like these kind of lighter blue ones are kind of reminiscent of like the night sky. Despite the fact that if you look up, there's no stars in the sky except for a muffled sun.
Does it
the
does it remind me of the astral sea?
make an Arcana check.
Ooh. 20.
20. It does kind of remind you of the astral sea.
Oh, should
An
I
astral
send
tree.
the astral sea? So yeah,
astral
what happened with the
tendril.
dexterity saving throw though?
So yeah, about that dexterity throw, one of the purple vines, like lashes out and wraps around you as
Oh,
takes 7 points of piercing damage,
ow!
and it kind of starts moving you in.
Uh-oh. Steampunk, help!
I'm coming,
Help!
Frank.
Help!
I'm gonna try and chop the tendril holding him with my hand axe.
All right, make an
You are
attack roll.
now also within 15 feet.
Okay.
21.
Yeah, so with the hand axe, you chop at the tendril, and very easily, with a 21, like chop straight through it, causing the tendril to just kind of go limp. Release Frank as Frank is freed, but also make me a
Um,
dexterity saving throw.
Me or him?
Steampunk.
Okay.
Okay.
19.
Another one of the tendrils kind of
Oh.
whips at you, but you manage to dodge it just in time.
It's like dexterous.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab Frank. Is Frank still small?
I don't know. I feel like he should be medium, but we've gone with small, so I'm assuming he's small.
Yeah,
Fair
I would say
enough.
you can be
Racist.
whichever you want.
If I go medium, then my armor has to change, so I guess small.
You have magic
In that
armor,
case-
so
I'm medium. I'm medium then.
magic armor is one size fits all.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I'm gonna grab Frank and pull him out away from the tree.
As he's doing that, can I grab the limp arm that got chopped off and drag it with us?
Make a sleight of hand check.
Hell yeah. Sleight of hand. I'm fantastic at these. Oh my god, I'm fantastic at
All right, yeah,
these.
you managed to swipe it.
21-12.
Can I?
It pricks your hand. You take 3 damage.
Worth it. Can I? I wanna try and. Basically, I want to sling it from behind to behind Steampunk, so it's like it's coming over his shoulder, and say, "Ah, Steampunk, there's one behind you."
Where?
Steampunk turns.
I'm just joking.
Oh, bruh.
Bruh.
Steampunk falls on his butt. It's like, ah!
So startled by this steampunk, you like move to dodge, and your foot kind of catches on a rock on the ground, which causes you to kind of trip and fall on your back.
That was funny. I'll offer me hand to help you up.
I'm gonna transform and angrily drive away from him.
Oh yes, wasting class resources.
I'm
gonna do-
4 a day. It's fine.
I'm gonna do one last thing. On one of my spare arms, because I have so many of them now. I want to grab the severed part of the vine and shove my hand into it, so I have a tentacle arm now.
Wait, what are
and
you
I'm just
doing?
gonna follow everyone.
He's putting his hand inside the tentacle.
I have a tentacle arm.
Interesting choice. All right. Yeah, you guys
Why?
return to Astra and Linda, who are just kind of waiting for you.
I'm sorry,
Everyone-
guys. I mutated.
Be wary of purple trees.
Like that
Apparently
one.
they're alive.
Linda will point towards
They
this
cause
Yes, that one.
they cause mutations. As I'm just waving the tentacle
Sorry,
arm around.
Astra was finishing her cupcakes. Astra was just making mud cupcakes in the ground. Don't worry about it.
Baking in the Shadowfell.
Hey, I gotta do something while you guys are fucking around. Making cupcakes is good enough for Astra.
So the tracks lead pretty much the way we came from.
Yeah, kinda. Like they go that way, and then you kind of see like
right.
older ones kind of leading away from that, going every which way. But the most recent tracks that Astra found kind of lead on down this path.
Because there's a
We
city
don't
down
clear.
that way. Right, a quick question about these vine trees, by the way. Are there like bodies and stuff around them, on the bottom of them?
Make perception check.
Okay. Perception. 11.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looking through that, you do see kind of like, you know, some dead bodies of these guys in them.
A limb or two.
You know, like a few limbs sticking out from underneath the roots.
They did.
Oh, it's a little gross thing.
You know, little lads.
I am just so I can see. Cool.
I
I have very small
Within
vision,
15 feet.
okay.
The tendrils do kind of reach out towards you. But you're outside of their lane. As guys leave the area.
Not gonna lie, I was super interested in what those the bluish ones would do.
I don't want to.
I also don't want to test it.
Whoa!
Neat. It looks
Oh
so
my
weird not
God.
having names on everything.
The colors have been inverted.
That's not how colors
Engie Island is Engie Island happy? You should have made it Happy Island.
It's Furious Island now.
Furious. Yeah,
I want
so
to go
bigger
see
eyebrows.
Darkalodia. Can we go see Darkalodia?
We have to find the coven first.
Boring.
And before that, figure out where the fuck we're going.
yeah. So, the train you travel is similar and yet, of course, different as well. You see, kind of along the path, you see twisted versions of like landmarks that you may have noted on the journey to the portal as you kind of follow the roads, the decrepit roads down until eventually you kind of reach this river of kind of fetid, like green water that very slowly oozes its way downstream. And following that, where do you guys head?
Where was the nearest city?
Nearest city was about 2 days travel this way.
Oof. I guess we should just keep following the footprints. Right?
I'm happy with that.
Yeah. Go wherever they lead.
That is clearly the DM put thing to follow. So, you know, the glowing object in the video game.
The waypoint.
I see a compass at the top of the screen.
Yeah. So yeah, someone give me a survival check. Lead the group.
Proficient one.
God, it
Strong.
hurts to walk without the boat.
21.
All right.
I just realised I only have one healing potion.
Man.
Alright.
Man.
All right. Go to Jade.
Don't
Day
worry.
Journey. It is uneventful. It's eerily quiet. All sounds kind of, even your own voices when talking to one another for small talk or what have you, sound as though they're like muffled, as though like you're kind of pressing your hands against your ears, and like the entire time, and it's hard to make anything. Random encounters are inverted. No, unfortunately not.
They're all upside down.
Instead of 15 plus,
We're in
it's 5 or
Australia.
less.
Who would
But,
die?
Yeah, you follow the river. Nat ones are crits now. Now you have to roll lower.
That'd be a fun twist.
That is a good idea.
Damn it, why didn't I think of that?
Yoink. So, change of rules all of a sudden. No particular reason. No. Yeah, you guys follow the Green River downstream for 2 days, or what you presume to be days, as like the environment, like night. This area does not have a night or day cycle. The like sun is always in the same place in the sky, and always covered by thick clouds of shadow, so that only like a little dim amount of light lights your passage. Though there are occasions where it gets like those clouds get even thicker and just blot out all light, so that it's like pitch black, or for those in 59 all the time for max anxiety. Yeah. And yeah, where it's like pitch black and you can't see anything. Or for those with dark vision, I think you can only see in like black and white when in darkness. But yeah, eventually though, you all find yourselves in a town, or at least approaching a town.
Wait, the name has changed.
Yes.
Dark Coven.
Shadow Lord Plaza.
This is like fucking edgelord shit.
Yeah, welcome to the Shadowfell.
This is your teen like edgelord phase.
But,
Feywild is like the brony phase.
Considering that you're coming along the river, you'd be kind of coming through this area, as at around where Lindhall was on the prime material, you come upon a much smaller settlement of small houses made of. Well, this writer made this while listening to My Chemical Romance.
See, I called it. It's just your edgelord phase. It's fine, right? We accept you.
As yeah, you guys approach the town. From like the distance, you make it out from the hilllands that you're coming out from, of just small huts. And as you kind of get over here, the city kind of rests on a hill with like with the wall, kind of the city walls mostly. Basically like this area is like on a hill here. And the walls kind of go around the base of it, and at kind of like the highest point of the hill is what looks like a citadel, standing high, looming ominously over the cityscape. You see, I guess the cityscape kind of. Like, it's dark. Like, lights are not on as you approach. What do you all do?
Guys,
Does
I have
the
a
city
question.
look normal? Like, is there any abnormal buildings or
Are they all wearing
Barnacles.
cloaks and speaking
Yeah.
in weird metaphors?
Are there giant eyeballs in the walls?
Make a perception check.
I would
At this
also
point,
like
you
to
guys
make
are
a
still
perception check.
Hey.
I was
outside
gonna
the city.
guidance him up. That's my point.
Frank, you see nothing. Your eyes are closed.
My
Steampunk.
eyes are wide open.
Yeah, there's just enough light being, I guess, emitted from the city. Like, there's no, like, street lights or anything, but you can tell that, like, some of the housing, like, there seems to be inhabited, and those inhabitants are using some form of light source. So that kind of gives it a little bit of ambient light. So looking in, you see lining the walls, kind of strung up across the surface of it, are corpses.
Mm. Are they?
Living corpses?
Yeah, are they human? Are they a bunch of different races? Are they monsters?
Do they have religious symbology on them?
With
Do I not know what they are?
natural 20? From your distance, they look like, a mix of creatures, humanoid, monster, aberration, what have you.
Everyone stay far away from that wall.
Oh,
I don't like the
I have a
vibes
question
of it.
though,
Get a
guys.
bone.
It's I don't like the feeling I'm getting, you know. Feel me?
But guys, I have a question. Should we like put disguises on or something?
Probably.
Do we have anything
Perhaps
for
a good
disguises?
idea, Linda will say.
I mean, there are people strung up with clothes that aren't ours.
Right.
Everyone has cloaks, right? Cloaks of protection.
Do I have a cloak? I know I have an elven cloak.
Do I have a cloak of protection? I don't have a cloak of protection.
If you
I
have
don't
like a
I don't
cloak,
have,
you can like pull the hood up and whatnot.
I don't have
thought
attunement
we all
slots for
got
that.
cloaks of protection. I know I did. Obviously.
I did not. Cloak of protection.
Yeah, I'm gonna lift up my hood to obscure as much metal as possible.
Alright, noise.
I mean, if I'm gonna be honest here, out of everyone in this group, Frank is the one who will fit in the best here.
You have a point.
Guys, because you've only been that thing for like what, a day? No one's gonna recognize you.
True. Also, Sucker Punch, thanks for the raid.
I will do this though. I'm gonna use prestidigitation and give my eyes like dark eyeliner.
You start your emo
No.
phase illusion.
Frank's face just looks like it has like the like kiss makeup.
Put the mascara on.
God. We
Yeah,
start
yeah.
laughing like My Chemical Romance as we're walking in.
What's going on with the cunning butts? They're in the Shadowfell, and they found a city that has walls
Hey.
lined with corpses strung across it. And as they
Cunning
noted,
butts.
you know, city has edgy names, except for Southgate. That one's just kind of normal.
It's the
Where's that
edgiest
tavern?
place though.
Oh, of course
like
the
out of all the
fucking-
places.
Of course, the tavern's on the other side of the city.
To keep me strong, I'll roll this. There we go. Oh.
I'm gonna try and be stealthy.
We're in the Shadowfell, and Ryder likes My Chemical Romance.
We go
Oh,
into
not
the
good.
bar and it's just like Weenie Hut Juniors from SpongeBob. I love how this so far has just been us giving Ryder shit for it being edgy.
Steampunk, I have a question.
Yes, Frank?
How many healing potions do you have? Like basic healing potions do you have?
I have
So I got 19 on stealth.
7 minor healing potions.
Can I buy 2 off of you?
Sure.
I'll give you
No.
$50.
Why can't I? Oh, because I'm in law.
You could just have them, you know, Frank.
No, why would you say that? He robbed you of that money that one time and you're just offering to give
It's like
them to him.
50 gold.
Yeah, how much did he take off you that time? Fucking, he said, oh, you need to pay X amount for the thing.
It was
You know, give me the
350
money.
or 450.
Double. Make him pay double. That's what I'd do. Fuck it.
Well, anyway,
Frank.
I'm gonna eat one. Yeah.
Give me the money.
I already gave you the money. I gave you 50.
50
Have a
gold.
good night, sucker.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna
Boy,
drink
I
one of
love
the
you.
healing potions.
All right, you took damage.
Yeah. Hence why I wanted to heal.
All right, well,
Can
guess we
I,
should go in?
before we go in, should we like discuss strategy here? Because like, if a big group comes in, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, look, there's the new kids in town," you know. But like, if we split up a little bit, like, not split up
Yeah,
completely, like
go in
one
twos.
side of the street,
We'll go in
two-
twos.
Yeah, something like that. Who's with who?
Girl.
All
Okay,
right,
Frank,
Steampunk,
you're
you and
with
me together. Guess we know who's gonna die.
I think me and Frank should go first.
Okay. She'll
we not-
probably be targeted because she's so fucking clearly not under. But it's fine. I don't care.
I'm gonna prestidigitation again and like make myself a tattered cloak. Yeah, because it fits in the palm of my hand basically, you know. So I'm just gonna do that.
So you will
be like-
enter the town? Or at least Frank and Steampunk do at first?
Very cautiously. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Am I wrong?
Since you're singing the Goofy Goober song in chat here you go.
We got a bubble
Here
blowing
you
double
go.
baby.
Yes.
All the edginess.
Yeah. All right, so Frank, Steampunk, you two enter the outskirts of the city, and yeah, you notice a few things as you see some inhabitants walking about. As it's a good mix of, I mean, predominantly, there's like a lot of elves. These gray-skinned elves with kind of like this, either like this raven black hair or like silvery like white hair, but like otherwise noticeably elven features. Frank, you immediately recognize them as Shadar Kai, the elven inhabitants of the Shadowfell. Skin is blue like my moon. My nails are black like my heart. Yeah, they kind of go about their business. But you also see like humans, goblins, just like people that you would expect from the prime material. But you also notice a lot of undead, like a lot. And the undead are just kind of going about like normal people. No one seems to be paying them any mind.
I'm passing
Just-
this information on to Steampunk though as well about the elves.
Just for the hell of it, I would like to use cunning sense.
Oh boy. All right. Yeah. Cunning sense.
I like how we always fuck with Ryder not preparing 1,000,000% every single time.
God, Hunter intensifies. No. No. There are monstrosities, aberrations, and the like mixed in with the crowd as well. In fact, in the distance, you kind of see this spherical entity floating in the air with several like tendrils with eyes at the end behind like what looks like a stall. Hawking wares.
I was scared, but I'm no longer scared. So everyone's just kind of normal, just acting like there's not a million undead around or
I mean,
terrible
yeah.
creatures.
Make an insight check.
What the heck is inside?
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. Looking around, you see that the townsfolk are. What's the best way to describe this? Townsfolk are very emotionally muted. They're like resting bitch face, always, all the time. Like some seem melancholic, some seem like agitated, others seem. I've become so numb. God damn it, Bliss. Yeah. Others seem like depressed. Like there's no smiles in this place. No excitement. They are a reflection of their environment.
Frank, I say we try and pass by without bringing too much attention.
It's us.
Am I in at this point?
I know. Just try to not be you.
All right. Yeah.
I put my hand on Steampunk's chest for a second and I'm like, wait, where are we going?
I don't know.
as Frank and Steampunk kind of follow the river and approach a kind of stone bridge at which to cross. I think it's at that moment that Astra and Linda enter town. Astra with a menagerie of animals.
That's not gonna draw much attention.
It's only 3, thank you.
One of which is a giant wolf.
Astra and Linda, not so inconspicuous, because you got a little celestial from the upper planes, and then you got like this woman that has a bunch of prime material animals with her, and much more.
Fine, I got a 19 on stealth. That's fine.
Yeah, noticeable.
I roll in.
As you're rolling, you're maybe lost amongst like the animals and sight of Linda. I guess as far as they're concerned, Linda's just woken up or walking up out in the open, so they maybe think the animals belong to her. So like she gets a few looks. Grab some chalk and draw a skull on the wolf. Problem solved.
Actually, I have a question.
Yeah.
So
Since
I.
Linda is cursed with the blood tears, does she fit in better now?
No, she's still noticeably celestial.
And on fire.
And Astra, you see, as you guys pass through the streets, the multi-eyed floating eyeball of a creature behind the stall does take notice of Linda.
Oh boy.
And cracks an approximate of a smile. It seems very much forced, like they have to put in effort in order to just kind of use those facial muscles to feign even the slightest of a smile, as the creature, like that, as the creature speaks to Linda in Celestial, which I don't think Astra understands.
If only I were there.
Aren't we kind of close?
I would say we're at least like 30 feet in front.
Yeah. Frank, Steampunk, bank perception checks.
Oh,
Steampunk
man.
doesn't hear it, and Frank does
I
not
got
either.
16. I got 16 on that one.
Use Tides Chaos.
Okay.
No,
Frank,
I have advantage on perception.
you kind of look back to see that, like, Linda, you look back to see where Linda and Astra are. You spot the animals and Linda. You don't spot Astra, but you see that Linda has kind of stopped for a bit to turn to look at this. Frank, make a Arcana check.
Okay. I'll also tap Steampunk and just like say,
Yeah, you recognize the creature as a beholder. Just kind of stop to look at, but not look at a beholder, as the beholder has trained all of its eyes on Linda, forces that smile, and says something that you can't understand. Linda just seems to shrug and say something before just moving on.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Since I tapped Steampunk and drew his attention to it, would he have advantage on his perception?
All right,
second part, that is.
I've had a question. And fucking every time you take a break in talking, Cap's like, I have a question. And it's my fucking turn. It's mine and Linda's. Shut the fuck up, Cap. I even said it earlier, I have a question, and you still said it again. My
Yeah.
God.
Question: is this like, I know it's like the dark version of our main world?
Mhm.
Are the people like? Is it like a thing of like all of like the bad thoughts of people and stuff like that are here, and it's like the embodiment of that or something like that?
It's like that Rick and Morty episode.
I don't even remember that, but is it something like that?
Yeah, kinda. As a fairy from the Feywild, you actually probably know the most about the Shadowfell out of the entire group. So both the Feywild and the Shadowfell are reflections of the Prime Material. Um, where the Feywild is considered like the plane of dreams and positive emotions, um, the and like vibrant life. The Shadowfell is the plane of nightmares, of negative emotions, and unlife and death.
So does that mean like everyone that we're seeing, other than probably the Beholder,
It's like Persona.
is it like, so like if there's a guy at the table, for instance, is there a guy at the table in
In the Prime
the?
Material in the Feywild, no,
Okay,
you're their own
that was
entities.
Now you can ask yours, Cap.
Good question, though. But, Astra, you would also know that you are within the territories of the Unseelie Court.
What does that mean?
So the Feywilds has the Sealy Court, and the Shadowfell has the Unseelie Court. The Sealy Court is the one that banished you from the Feywilds. They're basically like the rulers, the aristocracy that rules over much of the Feywilds, and the Unseelie Court is much the same for the Shadowfell.
So would I be banished from here too?
No,
Cool.
Would she
I'm
be
not illegal right now.
like? Are they the good guys or are they the bad guys still? Like, would they see her being banished and just be like, "Ah, you're cool. We hate those guys."
I don't know. Go around and find
Is
out.
Astra? I
Fuck
wonder
around,
if the more
find out.
time Astra spends here, the more time Astra spends here, I wonder if she'll get corrupted.
That'd be cool.
Dark Astra.
Corrupted Astra.
Dark Olivia would be the thing to convince her.
But yeah, the thing that I was wondering is if Steampunk would have advantage on his perception to hear the second part of the conversation with Linda after I pointed it out, or the first part too. I don't know.
Good gift. Yeah, when you point out, when you kind of direct Steampunk to the little exchange between Linda and the Beholder, Steampunk, you are kind of just able, like, you're able to get like a few words here and there. You hear, the word like planewalker mentioned, like far from Eastgard mentioned, and this is coming from like the Beholder, and then you hear what sounds like a bit of a sales pitch of like, would you like muffled like salve, and that caused Linda to just shrug and say, I've no need for your elixirs, aberrant, and then she walked away.
Can I make an insight check on the Beholder?
Yeah.
he seems like a sort of con artist kind of guy.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. As soon as Linda like walks away, you continue like watching it for like a little bit as like Linda and Asher catch up with you. As you see like the beholder stop a Shadarkai and start hawking wares at it. And you see the Shadarkai, like the elf, kind of look at the product. This one looks like some sort of um like clockwork contraption of some sort. And that's like a bit of a wind-up toy. And the Shadarkai tries to wind it up, but like the little key fob that winds it up just kind of plops out, and then shortly thereafter, the toy just starts to fall apart, and the Shadarkai then starts gets like very angry and starts yelling at the beholder, and the beholder just shoots an eye ray at the Shadarkai, and the Shadarkai turns to stone.
Oh.
And then you see a group of kobolds come out from behind the stall and tip the statue over and hoist it up and carry it off.
Anyone want fine art?
Yeah,
That didn't seem too
interested,
bad
but
here.
I'm no longer interested in his wares.
Listen, you break it, that's the death penalty.
They're caught up with us now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna ask Linda in Celestial. Was that beholder trying to sell you something?
Yes, it tried. It wanted me to invest in some timeshares on Eastgard. Don't know what that means, so I said no. And then it offered me
Fair
a
enough.
potion that looked
Did he
that
say
I
what it
think was
was?
just a vial of blood.
Ooh.
What type of blood?
I don't care.
Fair.
Well, look. It seems like as long as we don't bring too much attention to ourselves, we'll be fine. I think we should just make our way to the nearest inn. Maybe
Indeed.
find a place to stay for the night?
I want to make sure I keep about 10 feet away from everyone
The
else.
night?
I'm sorry, what were you doing, Frank?
I'm keeping 5 to 10 feet away from everyone. I'm not with them.
I'm too cold.
Yeah. Frank is leaning up against a corner, looking nonchalant or something as you guys talk.
Yeah.
Maniacally laughing to myself.
You're not the only one doing that. A person kind of sits on a bench right next to you and joins in on the mad laughter, but you don't think his mad laughter is fake.
It's not as good as mine either. I wanna do a performance check to see if I'm better than him.
Roll a performance check.
Ah shit.
The man starts cackling madly as he looks at you, and kind of his eyes go wide, and he opens mouth, and like he's just all fangs, like his teeth are all fangs, and he like licks his lips and says, "Bone of carbon, nice." And then he disappears.
Wait, what was that second part?
Said nice.
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 Hey, so Frank is the one man that was. I need to fucking read that.
Who fucking
Hold on.
knows?
The betrayer watches from his carbon throne. See, but the thing is he did betray us. That doesn't mean he's going to, or it could mean that he's going to. Who knows?
Or it's that he betrayed the witches. Or
Yeah.
fucking
Well, that's what I said last
Frank
time.
is
He could just
secretly
be.
evil, which wouldn't be surprising.
As you're all discussing this, I'll continue laughing.
Yeah, but anyways, the madman evaporates into shadow. But you still hear his mad cackling, Frank.
Can I do an Arcana check on that?
Yeah.
I want to know if that was a spell or if that was some sort of.
He's
I want to know what he was.
All right,
The
with
hell
a
was he?
19, that was an aleph, a creature who has been driven mad through gaining forbidden knowledge about the cosmos. They learn some sort of eldritch knowledge, and they have been. That knowledge has driven them mad.
Maybe we're related.
Brother?
The forbidden knowledge.
Cousin?
We're all related to Frank.
Forbidden knowledge. Ah, yeah.
Frank scares me.
Yeah, you all are together again. There is a bridge that leads towards the death wall. There, as Linda will, you know what? Linda will just approach a fellow on the street. This one's kind of like a skeleton wearing a dapper top hat. That's it.
Oh my god.
It's just wearing the top hat. Walking with a
Yes.
cane. As she will. Where is the nearest inn? As the skeleton will say, "Oh, it is. There's an inn for." He looks Linda up and down. You extra planers, called the Bleak Hill Tavern. It's down the main road. Just go past the city square and keep on going. It's out by Bleak Hill Rock, which is kind of points in the distance. As you see, like this towering obelisk of stone on the other side of the city that just kind of juts up into the sky and just kind of disappears into darkness as you kind of
Nothing
trace your
blind.
eyes up it. What was that?
Can I see if he's lying? I want to see if he's trying to kill us.
Make an insight check.
Like get us killed. Get us
If
killed.
we're on the thing,
I'll believe the skeleton.
What? We don't know if
It's
it's,
on
a.
the-
Oh, it says in. Wait,
I can see
I-
right through him.
whatever. I'll inside anyway for funsies.
Over 21.
21.
The skeleman, the dapper skeleton, is being truthful. There's nothing to hide. He's being genuine.
We should tip him.
You can tip him.
You push him
Push him
over.
over.
Ah.
We all had the same idea.
But yeah, Linda comes back and will say that there is a place over by Bleak Hill Rock that serves as a tavern and inn.
guess we should make our way
Time to get drunk.
without bringing too much attention to ourselves.
Being drunk here is the opposite. You just become more depressed and more focused on your shitty thoughts.
I want to stealth a little bit while still being with everyone.
All right, make a stealth check.
Wow.
I'm still stopped, right?
Yeah. Right.
Is she stealthed?
No,
Mm-mm.
she is walking boldly.
Ah, it's a beacon of light.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, her flames that normally surround her are kind of dim, flickering, smoldering. But yeah, you all cross the river. As you cross over it, you hear uh, kind of hear the sound of the water oozing by, as well as laughter coming from the waters. Does anyone look to investigate?
I do.
Me.
All right, you look over the edge of the of the bridge, and you see what looks like a family of ghosts playing in the water.
Oh,
That's adorable.
that's sweet.
This place is adorable. Skeleton with the top hat. Ghost playing
Whenever
in the
they
water.
try
like,
to
come
leave
on.
the river, they kind of bounce back off the shore back into the river.
Aww.
You had to ruin it.
Yeah.
You know, on the outside it's edgy, but on the inside it's gooey and wholesome.
Does it look like there's any town's guard or anything like that?
Yes. Certainly. There are, as you approach the death wall, we shall call it, there is like a portcullis gate that's been drawn up for the moment, and beside it are, or standing at the gatehouse in front of it on both sides are several guards who are kind of dressed up in this like obsidian-esque like plate armor. They kind of watch you warily as you approach the wall.
I would like to go halfway through my transformation. It's just so I look like shorter and sort of bent over, and I'm gonna try and play off as like an old woman with the like cloak on.
Make a performance check.
Oh my god.
I thought you were going with the like mechanical
Hey!
abomination thing, but oh, nice.
All right.
Do I have like I'm gonna take out like a torch and not light it. It's just an old lady.
Yeah, they look at you. One of the guards looks at you curiously, kind of like elbows the other one, and whispers something to her. And they both kind of look at you cautiously, but they don't approach you.
I'm just an old lady. Nothing strange about me. Don't look at my feet. I'm very self-conscious about them. People say
My
they're quite
grandma, what
large.
big feet you have.
Thank you. Don't look at them.
Little Red Riding Hood, I wear a red hood.
All right. As you pass the gatehouse, the eyes of the guardsmen like watch you, but again they just kind of let you pass. You're not causing any trouble yet, but they've made a note of this. As you enter into the city proper. Here, the buildings are much more well upkept. Outside, in the outskirts, outside the walls, they were kind of made out of, like, the buildings were kind of made out of, like, what's the word? Like adobe, thatched roofs and whatnot. But once you get inside the town, you get like proper like brickwork, and stuff that, yeah, I guess, as one would probably imagine, in a Gothic style of architecture, of course.
Nice.
This is the rich part of the city.
Mm-hmm. And as you go through like the main thoroughfare, you are eventually brought to like this town square. That there's a winding road, sort of like in the southeastern corner of it, that leads up to a higher point on like the hill. Like this entire climb up until you get to this plaza has been like an upwards climb, and the winding road kind of leads further up towards like the citadel here, like there. But you do note, for like the first time since you got here, some greenery coming from like a little, like what kind of looks like a garden on like the southern part of the plaza. And yeah, across from it is, like on the other side, is a large statue of what looks to be an elven person in like very imperious like robes, with kind of like these spiky shoulder pads and like a cloak. Looks very edgy. And
Is there like a plaque or something?
Sure, what?
Is there like a plaque or something that like says who he is or anything like that?
Make a perception check.
I'd like to assist.
Perception and guidance.
Is the statue on the north side of the plaza, or is it on the other side of the green?
Yeah, statue is basically where the 3 is,
Oh, okay.
and then the
Oh,
greenery
see,
is on 2.
So I got 23.
So for 23, yeah, it's a bit hard to find, as it's been mostly worn away with time, as you kind of see that, one, there's a bit of a seam at the neck of the statue, as it seems that the head of it is not the original head of the statue, but in worn away text on the on sort of like the, what's the word, the base, the foundation of the statue, is First Lord, the First Lord of Anger, Alkai. And I will... And caps lock's on. There we go.
Sorry, I have lots of like locks and keys, you know.
I hate you.
There we go. First Lord of Anger, Alkai. And you kind of see some scratch marks on the text.
I just read what Kayla said.
I take it this
It's the guy that was carried away 10 minutes ago.
That's what I thought you were gonna... when you said like there's a seam on the neck, I thought you were gonna say it's like his head or something, like they switched the heads on them.
But yeah.
I'm gonna put in my notes. Frank is not to be trusted.
He was ever trusted? I'm sorry.
Wow. Oh, such good friends.
Oh, that's the one who wouldn't tell us about your aunties, so shut up.
Who?
I hate you.
But the plaza here is much more wide open. There's a lot of town goers going about. As you see a plethora of humanoids and other creatures, as they kind of use these like large, or basically they kind of use what I think. Have you guys encountered one of these before? I feel like you have. They're using like displacer beasts as pack animals. They've kind of like domesticated them, and so like yeah, you see like displacer beasts kind of hauling goods and whatnot across the plaza, or like pulling wagons and the like, and there's like a large building on the northwestern side of the plaza, with like a little sign that reads the Brecca Cross Dark Coven over it. And beyond that, you see a road that leads towards the Bleak Hill, and there's like a little signpost that gives directions as such, as well nearby. At the center of the plaza is a fountain of just like this black ooze that's just kind of spouting out of it and oozing down the sides of the fountain.
Ooh, pudding.
Ooze.
Ooze.
Hey, Astra, I dare you to eat it.
If I die, I'll do it. But if I die, I'm
like how
taking
you-
it with me.
I like how the way you said that. If I die, I'll do it.
If she does it, I'll do it too. We'll both do it.
I'm gonna keep 2 healing potions on hand.
I think you need more than healing potions. You're probably
Now, if you
needing
die if you get knocked down instantly, I can heal you.
Do we have to do a saving throw? Or do we
Linda will
automatically
just
die?
sigh and will say, "These material livers have no caution." Give me Constitution saving throws.
Okay.
Hell yeah. For the record, by the way, I still have the vine, the tentacle on my arm this whole time.
I'm gonna use the cosmic too because I want Frank to be hurt, not me.
Can I use
No.
Ties of Chaos?
Ties?
No, don't let him. Say no.
Yeah, you can.
Currently,
wanted one of you to
I'm
throw up.
flipping off Kayla.
Okay. So with a 23 from Frank and a 17, 19, 24 from Astra, you take a little bit of the ooze, and it's slick and oily in your hands as you like cup it and take a sip. Kind of have to chew it a little bit to break it apart, and you can feel it go down your throat uncomfortably, leaving a bit of a spicy, acidic aftertaste, as
You're both dead.
Instant death.
as you both take 6 points of acid damage,
Nice.
but you feel full. Any hunger that you had kind of dissipates.
Oh, we're pregnant with some shit, aren't we? We're totally gonna end up having like
Just
a fucking
chest
alien
burster.
baby. Yeah.
3 episodes later.
Yeah.
You feel a
Make a
weird
note that you just
sensation in
ate a
your
bunch of
stomach.
slod eggs, and there we go.
Oh
There
my
were
god.
tadpoles in the water.
You know, it's like when you have Coke for the first time in ages. That's what it was like then.
It does get you a bit burpy. But yeah. Other than that internal burning sensation, you feel fine-ish.
For now.
Alright, well, if you two are done with your shenanigans, let's move on.
I smile at steampunk, but all my teeth have rotted away instantly.
They just all fall out like a cartoon.
Gross. But yeah, you guys continue towards the Bleak Hill Tavern, which you find has like a little sign which has just like the image of a black obelisk with like, the words like Bleak Hill written above it, and then on one side of the obelisk on the sign is like tavern, and then on the other is inn. Very simplistic design. And as you open the doors to it, you find a, you find a tavern space. There are several people in it, sitting at tables, talking, nursing cups of drink of some sort, eating foods of some sort, and like behind a counter you see an orc manning the bar.
I'm gonna go up towards the bar. Still posing as an old lady. And I'm gonna go, "Excuse me there, young lad. I was wondering if me and my friends could have a few rooms for the night."
It's not notice you are not in fact an old woman. As the orc will kind of look down at you, and like his tough mouth will say, "Ah, how many beds do you need?"
4 should do just fine, dearie.
All right. He will kind of turn around to like a keyboard, like a board of keys, not like, computer keyboard. Starts typing away at his computer. Apparently they have Steve Tech here.
Steve's been evil this entire time.
Yeah, he's been supplying the Shadowfell.
No, guys, it's Steve.
Yeah, he turns around to a board of keys and kind of looks at him. He's like, all right, which one was it? He's like, I think it was this one. As he grabs a key, and he'll kind of, before turning around, he's like, wait, do you want just one room or multiple?
Can we get the beds split between 2 rooms, please?
All right. 2 double rooms, got it. He puts the key back, and then plucks 2 other ones, as he like turns around to you, and we'll say, all right, that'll be 1 gold for each room. As he like places the keys down, but like kind of keeps his hand on them until you produce gold.
Here you are, darling.
Alright. He will like hold out his hand for you to place the coins in, and once he does that, he slides the keys over to you, and he will say, and would you like any food while you're down here?
Yes, I'll take the strongest alcohol you have.
All right.
Oh
And
god.
one bagel.
The fuck is wrong with you?
And I'm gonna turn around and go, Frank! Do you want any food?
No, Grandma, I'm alright.
Okay, suit yourself.
By the way, we're 5 feet away from each other.
I'm hard of hearing, dearie.
Really playing up the act.
I like us hate to do like, all right, if you two are done, meanwhile you two are doing this shit now.
You gotta be convincing.
He's role playing out that 19 on performance.
Yeah.
Yeah, the orc will say, all right, I can get you the strongest drink, but we don't have bagels.
Oh, bother, they're my favorite. Do you have any pastries?
What's a pastry?
Oh, never
gonna
mind. I'll
slap-
just take the drink.
I'm gonna slap the tentacle arm onto the table and say, "You don't know what pastries are?"
I'll leave him be, Frank. He's just trying to do his job.
He looks down at the tendril
would
that
get
he
ill.
slapped down as he was saying, I mean, that's good eating. But no, we don't have bagels. We don't have...
Oh.
He kind of like looks, let's see. I'm gonna have him make another perception check. Yeah. He'll kind of look at you all and will kind of say, I can tell that you all aren't from this plane. We can't grow foods here. Gotta hunt it.
Oh my.
We're not some fancy place like Bitopia or Eastgard or the Prime Material.
Man, I'm so tempted to like go back, get a bunch of food, and then sell it down here. Like, just make a mozza, brand new business.
Haven't you heard of importing? Oh, shaking me head. I'll retract my tentacle arm.
It's no bother, Jerry. We'll just take the alcohol and go. How much will that run me?
1 silver.
I'll give you 2 just because you're a very handsome gentleman.
Alright, I won't water it down.
Just how I like it.
Alright, yeah. You look over as there's like this tank of fetid water behind him, behind the bar, as he'll like grab a cup, go over to like a keg and start and like, you know, pull up the tap as this as a like nice fine like red liquid flows out, and he'll then once that's done turn around to you and say, here you go, as he like places the pint of alcohol on the table.
Thank you so much. Where would our rooms be located?
Right. We're gonna be last 2 rooms at the end of the hall on the 2nd floor. You can find the stairs over there, as he like points in their direction.
Thank you, dear. I
Don't
really
cause a
appreciate
racket.
your help.
Don't kill anybody. If you got beef with anybody, take it outside.
Understood.
Okay.
No fun.
And no stealing children.
Rats, I was gonna find someone for Elodia.
Very well. And I'm gonna turn around and gonna go, come on everyone, I need myself a nap.
I think you just want to be a grandma. Just I
like the voice. I like doing the voice.
I like the idea that the voice mod is on still for her.
Yeah, it is.
No, for a steampunk, it literally is just like a voice mod.
So like it's grandma, but like it's just robotic grandma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But with keys and a pint of alcohol in hand, you all go up the stairs to your rooms. The rooms
I'll
here
give
are
Astra one of the keys.
all right. You give Astra one of the keys, and the orc didn't mention which key went to which door, so you kind of have to try that out. But very quickly, you open up the doors, unlocking them, revealing two, like, this is like it's nothing fancy. This is like one of those like shitty hotels, right? Where like you got like a basic ass like carpet and like a super like firm bed with stiff sheets and like some old worn out stuff that no one ever uses. And when you like walk in, there's like a bit of like, you can tell the carpet is dirty and hasn't been cleaned in a while. As it like just walking upon the carpet just continues to make your like footwear dirty.
Luxury.
I'm so
I'll go
tempted
that
to have
way.
Astra clean.
Once
They'd
upon
probably
a
get
time, these carpets had color to them. No longer.
Someone came to the Shadowfell with the whole idea of just starting up a really posh business, and it just went to hell.
It started up like Best Western, but it turned out to be far from the best.
It is what it is.
But yeah.
It is what it is.
What do you want to do?
So me and Frank in one room, Astra and Linda in the other.
Thank God I don't have to stay with Frank.
Do you drink the alcohol, steampunk?
I do. I'm going to enter the room. I'm going to sit on a chair or the bed, and I'm going to try the alcohol.
All right.
Steampunk, do you see how cool we are with our acting skills? Oh my god.
Me, yes. You need some work.
All right. Steampunk, give me a Constitution save with disadvantage.
What? But I'm a robot. Oh, it doesn't matter.
One of the strongest. All right. Because you didn't roll a nat 20, you're drunk.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ.
You had to roll 2 nat 20s.
Yeah. And
Even with my poison resistance?
does that give you resistance to the damage type poison, or does it give you resistance to the poisoned condition? Or both?
Let me see. Actually.
But you will take 1 point of poison damage, and if you have poison damage resistance, that becomes 0. Also, hello, Susboy. Yes, he did indeed buy a glass of beer and some poison, but just like a beer poison.
I have advantage on saving throws against being poisoned, and I have resistance to poison damage.
All right,
For
nice.
both.
So you take the 24, which is still not a nat 20. And you take
It's
1
still
point of
fucked.
poison damage, which gets reduced to 0. As
Oh.
you feel your internal mechanisms start having to go into overdrive to keep you functioning.
I'm just gonna pass out and have a nana nap.
Commit to the nana
I
nap
just
bit.
like. I just all I can think of is Frank sees me sit down, drink the thing, and then just face first like into the ground.
Frank
Is he
wouldn't
dead?
even be surprised, dude. That's what he does, basically.
I'm doing a medicine check. Is he dead?
No. He's just
Good.
drunk.
I wanted you to get in that one and think he's actually dead. That would be hilarious.
We
You
gotta
wake up,
bury him.
I'm half burying you.
Hey, Buck, you wake up
Gotta
in a
hide the
box
evidence,
in
gotta
the
hide the
ground.
evidence. Wakes up, hits you with a shovel to make you go back to sleep.
Zombie.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm
Frank,
out
what
for
are
the
you
night.
well, while he's sleeping, I wanna go, and I guess I wanna stealth again. I wanna go into the street,
Mm-hmm.
and I wanna stealth a little. So, wow,
Roll stealth check.
stealthy.
All right, you roll a 14.
And I just want to go down the street a little and go on the outside of the wall. I want to look at the bodies and see if there's any identifying, like, are they linked? Is there a reason why they're up there? I want to find that out.
Make a... Trying to think what this would be. Insight check?
Oh, I'm fantastic at these. That's not bad.
Alright. With a 13, as you kind of look up at them hanging from the walls, you kind of think, alright, what is the connection here? All of the, like, skulls kind of train on you as the heads swivel to follow your movements. But as far as you can tell, they're dead, like dead. And you don't really see any real link, as you see like what you presume to be like elven skeletons. You see like a giant skeleton that like is the entire length of the wall in height. You see like the skeletons of creatures you've never even seen before. And you find like, kind of looks like the body of like you presume like a mind flayer. Like it's a mixed bag of creatures of all shapes and sizes.
All right. Well, that's all I wanted to investigate. I'll go back to the room and just awkwardly stare at Steampunk. Actually, no, I'm going to get Steampunk and put him into the bed.
Actually, while you're still out there though, I need you to make a wisdom save.
Uh-oh. I have a question. Just before we entered, I took one of those, what was it? It was the Scale More Pedals, the wisdom save ones. Do I still have the effects of that?
No.
Oh, shit. If there's one thing I'm bad at, it's wisdom saves. Let's do these. I don't have it. I don't have the thingy either, so that's gonna be great. Let's do this. Woo! Hey!
17. You feel something try to enter your mind. It's not coming from the wall, but coming from something behind you. and kind of like you feel like a tugging sensation, like a mental tugging sensation, like a bit of a it feels like a bit of a headache in the back of your skull, or like your brain's kind of being pulled that way. Very uncomfortable, but it doesn't harm you. And you look, and as you see, like behind you, you see the Bleak Hill rock just jutting up into the sky, until you can't even see the top of it. It disappears into a cloud of shadows.
I'll wave to it and say hi, aunties. I assume that's where they are. I'm gonna go back inside.
All right.
And then pick up Steampunk and put him into the bed and tuck him in.
All right.
Grandma, it's important to make sure.
Good luck with that.
All right.
Thank
yeah. You
It
leave.
was like 300 pounds.
Yeah, you leave the area, go back to the tavern. While that's happening, Astro, what are you doing?
Well, Astra would like to first make sure that probably put something in front of the door. She doesn't trust that the door's gonna fucking be
Close
locked
the door,
at all.
lock it, move the dresser in front of it.
Yeah, pretty much. And then she's gonna try and find something clean to actually sleep on.
All right. Do you have the spell Prestidigitation?
I might actually. Do I?
I'm not sure if that's a
I do
druid spell.
not.
Okay.
I have mending.
It's an arcane spell, by the way.
I have.
I
it
mean,
for some
I can
reason.
create water, so I could literally just wash the stuff.
Yeah, I guess you could.
And then shape
Speaks on
water
moist bed.
use shape
Oh.
water to remove the water.
All right. Yeah. There's nothing really clean about this place. So you can go through with that plan if you would like.
Astra would probably, so yeah, I'll go with sure.
All right. Being a bit of a clean freak in a
Clean
extra
Frank.
dimensional plane, you create a layer of water over the floor, like over the floor and furnitures, and kind of let that pick up the dirt and the grime all over the place. The water, once clear, like instantly becomes murky, as you then shape water to like grab to form like all of that water into like a little ball so that you can like evaporate it or whatever, or like fling it out the window or something, as like yeah, you just make this murky wall of water. What do you do with it?
I'm tempted to just toss it out the window.
All right. Yeah. You open up the window and toss it out. And yeah, the place is noticeably cleaner. And yeah, didn't really notice it before through kind of like the muffling of the senses, but it even smells a bit better in here.
Then I'm going to text Elodia and just give her like an update.
Does that work when you're in a different plane?
Does it work?
Good question, as I'm about to look.
I mean,
If
I
it's the
told her
sending
that we were
spell, I think
going
that's
there.
locked. Because I think the sending spell is locked by plane.
Well, I think I told her that we were going in here anyway, so should be fine. But
How's Astra gonna do
Is
with
this
no
the earring
contact?
of message one?
no,
it's
this is the sending
stone.
stones.
Okay.
I'll say it anyway.
Oh,
By the way-
sending does actually go across planes.
Nice. I
I
can text my
I
girlfriend.
do need you to roll a D100 though.
Okay.
Everyone has wild magic now.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
What's the
Damn,
message that
5.
you sent?
I mean just like a general update of like what we've been doing and where we are.
It gets sent
Probably not
to the aunties.
specifics. You're making me concerned.
All right. All right. All right. Yeah. So you send out the message. You get no reply.
Uh-oh. Oh. My aunties immediately start talking back.
And then you get a reply. This is Steve.
I'll forward your message
think you
for
got the
you.
wrong
Question mark.
No, just imagine it's like Steve's message bank.
Get Steve's
Do you reckon-
voicemail.
Calling Steve's wondrous wares.
You
I can't
reckon
get to the
Dark
phone right
Elodia got it?
now. Please leave a message.
You reckon Dark Elodia got
Who
the
knows?
got the message?
Who knows?
Anyway, that's it for me. I don't really have anything else.
Oh. I will also like at the end, I want to go over to Astra and Linda's room. I almost said Astra.
You can't get in. You
No, I'm
cannot
gonna
get
knock
in.
on the door.
Astra's going to ask who it is.
Housekeeping.
She ignores and goes back to bed.
Wait, no, don't. I can hear you stepping away.
What's
Astra.
wrong?
I have something to talk about with the whole mission.
Astra will move the dresser to let him in.
Linda
she's
will
going
help
to
you move
glare
the
at him.
dresser. All right, yeah.
Does Linda need to
Before
sleep?
I'm in disguise. Anyway, yeah, you're sleeping by yourself, by the way. I was just
Yeah,
gonna
I
say, should we be resting right now? Or don't we have like, isn't it like time sensitive that we go and do things?
I mean, we've got to rest.
Do we? Have we used anything?
You have been traveling for 2 days.
Oh, right.
2 days? Question mark.
Is this all you bothered us for?
I thought we came here immediately. Never mind.
No.
Anyway, you go and have a sleep. Also, it's very clean in here. Huh. Anyway, I'll go back to the other room.
I was waiting for you to be like, gross. Like, be disgusted that it's clean.
Disgusting.
I'm gonna go back to the other room and just realize, wow, why did we
I'm
get
putting
this
the
shitty
dresser
room?
back. I'm putting the dresser back. I don't.
Oh, god damn it, Grandma.
Frank, you return to your room to find Steampunk still acting like a grandma, even in his sleep.
I have a question with the weed, by the way. If I just
Can I smoke
incense
it?
out? Well, yes, of course. I'm asking if I'm gonna smoke it, but like, can I incense it so it fills the whole room and affects me and Steampunk? Can I hotbox? Is what I'm asking.
I'm sorry,
my
you're trying to do
God.
this with what?
The
Con- or the-
Bund Num?
The laudanum?
Yeah, laudanum. The weed. The one that's meant to be good for the Shadowfell or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you can take it.
But can I hotbox it so it affects me and Steampunk?
I'm gonna say no.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna smoke it.
You smoke it.
420.
Roll it up
Yes.
in your joint and smoke it, and yeah, you feel less like your mind becomes less existential and less filled with dread and despair and hopelessness and bleakness, as your mind kind of clears a bit.
Damn. That shit's good. I'm a little hungry though. I'm gonna eat one of the scale more petal things. The wisdom save ones, and I'm just gonna go to sleep in the very dirty bed.
All right, you eat the wisdom thing, and go to bed. All right.
How long does it take for me to wake up, by the way?
You still need like 8 hours of rest, right? You're just
I
kind of
need
like
6.
you're not like sleeping. You're just kind of on like low power mode.
Yeah, but I only need 6 hours.
Yeah. I guess in that case, Steampunk would probably be the first to wake.
Oh, also, in my last moments of consciousness, I'm gonna say, maybe I should have told them about how I was being affected by a spell earlier.
God, I hate
Oh
you.
well.
God, I hate you. Astro would have dropped you so fucking long ago if she knew some of the shit that you do.
Oh, what are these T100s?
Don't worry about it.
And does the weed help me?
Have I awoken yet?
Okay.
No, let him do his weird shit first.
Steampunk.
Yes.
During the, I was about to say night, but that's not really applicable here for the Shadowfell.
During
During the state of day cycle of the Shadowfell, you have a dream, I guess, or
Oh
perhaps
no,
a nightmare.
last time I had one of those, it didn't end well. Oh no.
Yeah. You find yourself or actually, let me ask you something, Steampunk. Who are your parents like? Your creators? Like who are they?
One of them was a very hardworking engineer. Spent most of his time tinkering away, and for reference, his name is Daedric. And his quote-unquote mother was your everyday housewife, taking care of the kids and putting dinner on the table, you know, that sort of perfect family. But yeah, Steampunk sort of he didn't have as much of a parental relationship, more of a they are like my owners sort of thing. My creators.
Alright. Alright. So you have a nightmare as you're back in the workshop of that you were created in by Steampunk's a Daedric artifact. obviously, by Dedrick O'Dear. Like you see him, he's kind of doing some like tweaks on you. Like you kind of remember this moment. Like it was after you had defended the town from like a small band of bandits that tried extorting the villagers, and you kind of chase them off. But they threw like a few stones and shot some arrows at you and kind of dinked you up a bit. Dedrick has kind of like just finished replacing like a plate on the chest part of your chassis, and he'll kind of get up, wiping some sweat off your brow, as he says, "All right, steampunk, as good as new." As he'll kind of, with like his tool, kind of tap the plate that he just installed, as it, like, is firmly in place. What do you do?
I look down and inspect my body. Does everything seem normal?
Yeah, make a perception check. All right. Yeah, everything seems normal. Your chassis is like completely mended of wear and tear. No signs of any damage. As Dedrick will say, "All right, thank you for getting rid of those pesky bandits, steampunk. Much appreciated. Especially since," just kind of lets out a sigh. Can't believe they would try sneaking into town to kidnap some people. What is the world coming to? But thanks for putting a stop to that." He kind of like pats you on the shoulder.
I'll just give a slight nod. Not saying anything, but give off the sense that, I'm thankful for his praise.
Yeah. He'll say, right. Oh, come on. Let's get into the home and grab ourselves something to eat. Let's test out those that new taste simulator that we got installed in you. He'll bring you inside, and you see your mother, Lilani, as well as, I guess, what you probably think of as your siblings, Thay and Mia, Thay and Mia are kind of sitting on a couch playing with like some toys as you enter. Or actually, how old are Thay and Mia at this point?
Thay is about 8 years old, and Mia's around 6.
Yeah. They're playing with some toys. Like Mia's playing with like a doll that Leilani had like kind of hand stitched for her, and Thay is just kind of playing with her as Leilani is kind of finishing up dinner for the day. It's a rather simple village. Like you guys are a bit more like well off than some of the other people in the village. Dedrick kind of being a bit of a innovative and inventive sort. Being the only person that in the village that can like really make constructs. like by himself, without needing like a full workshop of people to help with the construction of it. Yeah, the like Lonnie kind of finishes up dinner. It's like a simple one. Like there's like for yourself and Jedrick and herself. It being a dwarven town, of course there's a little bit of alcohol being served for dinner. For the kids, some water. But the meal itself is just like a pretty standard meal of like meat, vegetables, and the like, whatever kind steampunk imagines in the moment as like a good meal. Um, and yeah, as you all kind of gather for dinner and kind of the vision kind of flashes through, like as though like you're going like fast forward on like a video, um, of like idle chatter and stuff and stuff. But then the dinner gets interrupted, uh, and you become conscious that this is not how this memory went. As Dadrick kind of becomes alert, like he heard something, and he'll kind of tap you on the shoulder, Steampunk. He says, "Steam, did you hear that?"
I
Make a perception check.
stand up. Ooh.
Oh,
You did not hear
ruining
that.
one from you.
You did not hear
I
it.
shake my head.
That I heard something. As suddenly, bursting through the window, is an elven figure with gray skin bursts through the window, and just kind of looks at you all before you can really react, and starts moving towards the table at you. What do you do?
What's are they closest to me or everyone else?
Probably everyone else.
Okay. Then I pull out my crossbow and try and sort of get in the way, act as a wall.
All right, yeah. So swiftly, you like get out of your chair, round the table very quickly, with like crossbow. I imagine this like at this point kind of like an integrated crossbow, as like you're as you like aim that at the intruder. As I need you to make an attack roll.
Good thing I still got my crossbow.
As yeah, with your like integrated crossbow like rail spike launching system, you fire it at this person, who just ducks under it, and continues running at you and then past you, as they grab, let's see, as they grab Thay by the hair and yanks them out of the chair, like grappling them, as they then like bring out a knife, kind of pointing it at Thay's neck, and then they start backing away back towards the window. What do you do?
Uh, what would I have? God, because I would only be level 1. Actually, I guess this is a dream, so I can do whatever I want.
Yes.
Is it a dream or a nightmare, though?
True. I'm aware that it's not real. I'm going to... Misty Step right next to him.
Nice.
And I'm going to attempt to grapple onto them.
All right. Make a athletics check.
Oh no!
Oh boy.
It's like it's fated to be a bad dream.
I know.
All right. Yeah. You you misty step behind them with a cloud of fog and reappear behind the assailant and attempt to like tackle or grab them, but there's a moment of hesitation as the intruder still has like the knife to Thay's like neck, and so you hesitate a bit as you like kind of calculate, okay, what are the chances that like grabbing this person or tackling them will like cause them to accidentally like cut Thay, but that hesitation allows the intruder just kind of kick you away from them as they then just kind of lift Thay up above their shoulders and like run to the window. Because you're right next to them, you can make an attack of opportunity with an unarmed strike.
So would that just be a normal attack roll?
Yeah, using like your strength.
Then I'll just make a strength roll. Oh, fucking...
All right. Yeah. So like yeah, you try to like you try to like clothesline them, but they duck underneath your arm and like jumps out the window successfully. And as you chase after them, you get to the window, and outside, rather than seeing the townscape of your home village, you instead see a dark tower rising up into the distance. As make a history check. Okay. You do not recognize the tower, but like there's something in the back of your head that like something weird's going on. There's some sort of disconnect and you can't quite place it. And like seeing the tower and like this figure is kind of running towards it. What do you do?
I jump out and transform. Get after them.
Alright.
Actually, wait, no, I don't. I will take out my oath bow, and I will shoot him with sharpshooter.
Alright.
If I'm allowed to.
Go ahead.
Oh!
Alright.
Fucking
Oh,
You
nice.
fire 2 arrows.
I feel like it goes without saying, but I sworn enemy him.
Nice. You fire 2 arrows at the person, as both arrows just kind of one sticks him in the back of the head, the other kind of sticks him in the back. You think through your calculations of where you shot, it probably would have gone through, like threaded through like the rib cage and into the heart. As the person just kind of falls forward, letting as Thay kind of goes tumbling onto the ground. You succeed in killing the assailant. They seems like in shock at what just happened and is kind of like doesn't really move, but just kind of starts crying. So what do you do?
I run up and pick him up, sort of cradle-like.
All right. Make a
and make sure he's not hurt.
yeah. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
Cool.
Good 20. You like kick the body away from Thay, and go to like calm him. You notice the body, kind of changes form, into who is someone, Steampunk, that you distrust.
Frank.
The carbon throne.
You turn him over, his face is a carbon throne.
Oh my god.
That's a good question.
Yeah. Who's just somebody that Steampunk distrusts?
Like in a antagonist sort of way?
Like, you know, someone that you would not trust to not harm your family.
Frank.
Frank, cast a spell.
God damn it.
Frank with his fucking radioactive symbol.
Yeah.
Specifically, it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
the radioactive symbol.
I suppose there is someone in town who always seemed like they weren't there with good intentions. He's a dwarf and lives by himself. But he always sort of rubbed me the wrong way. He works with Daedric, but I never trusted him.
Yeah, as you kick the body away, you notice like the face of this like dwarf that you're familiar with. And in the moment you probably like kind of dismiss it and then kind of do like a bit of a double take. But then like you start rationalizing. It's like, no, okay, this makes sense. But then you go back to calming Thay, and make a persuasion check.
You got this.
Good old
Okay.
one on charisma.
All right, yeah. As you try to calm Thay down, something seems to spook him. As he just kind of starts bawling louder and louder and louder until you kind of see a shadow kind of kind of engulf your own shadows, basically. And let's see.
It was Frank.
It was Frank. Dun dun dun. Let's see. Need to like quickly yoink an image from something real quick.
We'll say the dwarf's name was Ulrich.
All right. Ulrich. I have made a note of this. All right. All right. Yeah. So, you see, turning around, this large shadow, of a creature that is shaped like a heart, which is bleeding, with lacerations over it. There's a skull that kind of comes out to the top of it, and long, like, tendrily tubes extending out from it, as the withered eye sockets of this creature open, and its heart of a body starts pulsing, like faster and faster and faster, as it reaches its tendrils out towards you, and that's when you wake up.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I told you I was looking forward to the dreams because I knew they'd be fucking weird.
Who's next?
Unfortunately, no one. Steampunk was the only one who rolled a 10 or lower on that D100.
I immediately want to scry on Thay.
On who?
On Thay.
Alright. Now I need to check if scrying works across planes real quick.
That is a good question.
Okay. On the same plane of existence, it would not work.
No response.
But
oh no,
That's
what's
not
that mean?
good.
in your desperation, would you, and concern, would you still do it?
Yes.
Alright. Yeah, so you take out your crystal ball and attempt to scry. You look through it, and you... I guess this is what happens. You see your village, but you see, like, the Shadowfell version of it. As you kind of get a bird's eye view of the village, like, you kind of recognize some of the locations. Like, of course, the building and layout of the place is the same, but, like, a few, like, you know, like, the local hotspots that people are familiar with are still kind of reflected in this Shadowfell version of it. So, like, you know, there's still, like, maybe, like, a Great Hall or something where, like, community events happen that, like, you noticeably recognize. Just kind of slightly different architecture. But you start kind of, with your scrying, try looking for Thay, and realize that, like, no, you're not finding them. As the spell, you realize, isn't working properly because you're in the Shadowfell rather than on the prime material.
Oof. I'm just going to sit back down in the seat I was originally in before I went to sleep, and I'm just gonna sit there basically going back into my standby mode, but like not really.
Mm-hmm.
Am I awake?
Just
at
sitting
that
there
point?
thinking.
Like, would I have woken up from him jumping up from being a nightmare?
Yeah, maybe. You're loud about it, steampunk.
I want to do a perception to see if I do. I'll go with it, yeah. You okay, steampunk?
I think being here is doing something to me.
Oh, I've got a cure. I'll hand him some weed. This will
Thanks,
make you
Frank.
feel real good.
I'm sure it will.
Do you take
I'm
it?
gonna eat it. Frank, do you remember when I had that nightmare about layoff shade?
Yeah. Premonition 1.
I think I just had another one, but it was about my family.
You have a family?
More or less.
Cool. Wait, hang on. Was this a good nightmare or a bad nightmare about your family?
Very bad nightmare.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not very good. I don't think there's anything we can do about it right now, though.
You know a lot about creatures, right?
I'm an
Arcane stuff.
amalgamation of them. Yeah. Yeah.
Is anything about a heart-shaped creature with tendrils ring a bell to you?
Let me just look through my mind palace. Ryder, which one do what do I make?
Make a history check, I guess.
History. Ooh. Steampunk, wish me luck.
Wish you
15
luck.
or 17 if there's assistance.
No.
I guess-
You think long and hard for a moment, as you're like heart-shaped creature, tendrils, kind of go through your mind palace, as you think on this, but you don't really recall anything like that. You've never read anything about that. You never encountered anything like that before. So you're like, yeah, this is a new type of creature to you.
I don't know anything about it, steampunk. I'm sorry. Oh, before you go back to bed, by the way, I should probably tell you, I went out to investigate the strung up dead people on the wall and all that, and couldn't figure anything out about it. I don't know. They have weird hobbies here, but a weird thing happened where like it felt like my brain was being pulled. Do we have a like? Which direction is the window in our room looking? If we have a window.
Probably looking. No, it's looking out west, so towards Bleak Hill Rock.
Oh, good. See that tower? I felt being pulled towards it. It's funny how like we have a fantastic view of it, like as if, but like you know, if we can
That's their
see
whole
it can see
whole
us.
gimmick.
We have we. Nice. Yeah. So I don't know. I think that's where my aunties are, maybe. Giant obelisk-looking thing in the distance.
Frank,
Yeah.
have you ever scribed before?
Have I ever scryed before? I mean, there was this one time where I dropped my ice cream.
Not cried. Scried. Spell.
I had a feeling you would make a
Oh,
joke
it's
like
a
that.
spell. I couldn't help it, man. I gotta. Actually, no, I don't. I don't think I have. Why?
I'm gonna hand Frank the orb, or the crystal, and say, Frank, I want you to focus really hard and think about those hags. And he would need to
All right.
look into it.
Just
Thinks
give
about
me 1
Nathan's
second.
character.
You'd have to spend
give me-
half an hour or something letting him shoot into it.
Give me 1 second though. I want to eat one of those Skelmore petals, so I don't have to worry about wisdom saves too much. Yep.
Good idea.
Okay. Oh, magical energy, and try and cast a scry on me aunties.
Also, right, I figured out the whole deal with the pluses and the minuses, the scrying. They're just to the roll that the person being scryed on makes. So if you don't know them, then they get a +5. If you do, it's a -5.
I'm very intimate with me aunties. You know, we're family.
All right. So, Frank. Let's see. Ooh, they must make a wisdom saving throw. All right. Where are my hags at? Where are they at?
Good thing they're charisma casters, right? Right.
And it's against your own spell save DC, right? Like for the orb.
Right. What the hell's my current
Wisdom save. Okay.
DC 18 apparently. I think I got.
Oh no, for the orb it's 15.
Oh no, okay, 15. Okay, cool.
But
Since
know
you
them,
are
so
familiar with
it'd
them,
probably be
in
a
that you
-5.
literally made a pact with them at some point, get a -5. So the DC for them to fail and resist the scrying is 10. I think.
So they have to.
Their roll would have -5 to it, so it'd still be 15.
Oh,
Okay.
they have to beat a
Uh,
DC
minus five.
Okay. I understand.
Yeah, so
if
they have to
rolled
make a
15,
DC
it would be a 10.
20. Yeah, or we can
Okay,
just like bump
they
up the
rolled a 10.
DC
They
so that's
fail.
just 20.
All right. So, you scry on which hag do you want to scry on specifically?
Pick your poison.
The one who made the most impact on me, which is the big one, which I can't remember her name.
Or, like pick your flavor of hag.
The big one's the one on the right.
Yeah, but I think it's Gladys.
Gladys,
Yes,
I
good
remember
old
that.
Gladys. Yeah, you scry on Gladys. As you come, like you see a scene of all three of them really, but the focal point is on Gladys, as like she's the one nearest to the scry camera, I guess. As you see like the night hag, like Gwennifer. You see the green hag, Granny, and you see like in the foreground of this image, like Gladys. They're all kind of standing around a cauldron, kind of like this like very large cauldron that's like probably about like 5 feet in radius, so like 10 feet diameter cauldron. As they've each kind of got like a turning tool that they're kind of turning the soup inside, the concoction inside. I'm scrying on them, scrying on me, scrying on them.
He scries on me,
uh,
and I scry
as
on them.
scrying attempt is a success, one might say, a triumph. Yeah, you see them kind of talking. You can't really make out their voices as they're speaking a language that you don't understand.
Is there any writing? Is there subtitles?
No.
Oh.
As you see, kind of floating in the concoction are like skulls, hearts, bone pieces, and like a it's a nasty soup. But they're kind of churning it, and eventually the like water within it kind of starts to like swirl and like darken to like a pitch black, and they scoop out this concoction and take a sip from it, as you hear like Annis kind of let out a refreshed like kind of licks her lips a little bit, and yeah, you hear them say something, and then you see Gwennifer look up towards you, Frank, as she lets out like a smile and a laugh, and the other two kind of join in, as Gladys will kind of turn around and kind of reach up towards you, grabbing the scrying point and kind of moving it with her hand, and yeah, she'll just eat it, and that's when the feed cuts.
I forgot.
I just got bored.
Could see invisible things. Could see the scrying.
Yep.
The
But
good
you
news
do
is,
learn,
though,
Frank,
they don't.
that the hags, they have true sight. That's what you learn from that.
Important information.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know.
And they looked healthier than the last time you saw them.
Well, it's important to make sure you stay healthy, especially at extended ages like them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Steampunk.
Mm-hmm.
They saw us. Here you go. Wait.
What did you see?
Oh, what?
They're coming.
Did you see where they were? Do you have any idea where they might be?
Was there any
indication of environment? Yeah, they were kind of in like these woods with trees with kind of like these blood red petals, or not petals, but leaves, rather. And like the bark of the tree kind of looked kind of like this withered, decaying gray.
Does it
But-
look familiar to when I came here that one time?
No.
Oh.
Last time there weren't any like leaves or anything. And like the trees, bark of the trees was kind of much darker, as though they had kind of been burnt. But these ones kind of look like, they got like gray bark and red leaves. So alive
Okay.
by Shadowfell standards.
Okay. And my question is, there weren't any books lying around near the cauldron, were there?
No.
Because that's what I was trying to see if I could read anything in that. All right. Hey, Steampunk, is there anyone else I should scry on while I'm here? Can I scry on someone else?
It's got
You're supposed to.
5 charges, so it's got 3 left.
Oh. Do you want to scry on anyone?
You know what? I'll try and scry on Elodia.
I was gonna say check in on my wife.
Yeah. Not like.
Wait, I put my hand up. Shouldn't we get Astra for this?
Yeah, probably.
She's in danger. I'm immediately leaving and going to her.
I mean, it won't work.
I'll go and get Astra.
Part of me waited for you to make footstep noises. Like
I mean, if I had a soundboard that had footstep noises, I would.
Alright. Frank, also get Linda.
Frank also gets Linda. Wait,
you guys should go to our room because we have the clean room.
Okay, we'll go to your room.
Hang on, let me just wake them up. I will blow the horn twice.
The horn of silent alarm.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
One for each of them.
Yes.
All right. Astra, you're sleeping peacefully,
Air
having
horn right next to you.
nice frolicking dreams where you're dancing happily, hand in hand with
so
Elodia.
happy for you.
And then that gets interrupted by this loud, reverbing, horn call that shocks you awake. Linda, in the bed next to your own, kind of also shoots upright as she makes a grab for her weapon. What do you do, Astra? And then you.
I already
Go ahead.
I already know about it, right? Because he used to terrorize Steampunk with it. So I already know that it's Frank being a dick.
But you don't know what it sounds like.
Just let
You've
me
only
hurt
heard it
him.
once before.
Just let me hurt him, please.
You can still hurt it. Because
Good.
he'll say it was him.
I'm not
going
going
to
to say
tell.
it.
Well, do I know it's Frank? Yes or no?
Yeah, if you've heard the horn call before, you would recognize it.
The one time that she's heard it though is when she made the donation. It was the donation sound.
So it was that.
Yeah.
I hate you so much.
You hear the sound that you heard when you made a donation.
Oh my god, I love it. I'm losing it over.
Uninviting you tomorrow. I'm uninviting you tomorrow.
Oh,
You ruin any fun that I have with this fucking game.
What
Well,
was the
I
donation
don't
thing
know
again?
it's Frank.
Remind
I
me?
don't know it's Frank then. So
it was at the lake, one of the lake cunning pack place, which wasn't called Lake Moon, I don't think, or was it?
Was.
Yeah, there was donations or something like that, and yeah, it was when I first transformed.
wine at the thing. I put wine at the church. But
yeah.
Astra's just gonna ask Linda if she heard that and if she knows what it is. Because Astra
don't
doesn't
know.
know it's him.
Sounded like a horn call.
Out
knock
of pettiness,
Knock at the door. Yeah.
out of pettiness, I just want Astra to fucking go back to bed.
Asher goes back to sleep. As Linda will go to investigate the sound. Frank, you hear the sound of moving furniture on the other side of the door, and then unlocking noise as Linda opens up the door. As
Astra would investigate. It's just me as Kayla wants to be petty.
I go to sleep. Astra investigates.
yeah. So Frank, steampunk, the door opens. Linda is there. She has her sword out.
Whoa! Hey! Hi. We're gonna scry on Elodia. Appear around the door, around Linda, and look at Astra and say, Elodia. Or you guys want to be in on it?
Elodia.
Can I do a perception or something to check to see if I know if Frank did it?
Make an insight check.
Can I roll deception?
Yes. So you try to play innocent.
Oh.
You got to beat a
That's
15.
Got this.
Okay, hold on. Let me do all my rolls because I need to do.
Okay, you're at
That's
12.
a 12.
14.
14. Got anything else?
Little does he know there was a witness.
Steampunk, assist me.
I can literally just say Frank did the horn.
Cool, do that so I can fucking heat metal and heat up his fucking armor so he can burn. Because that's what I want to do right now.
Someone's asking for a bear hug.
Steampunk's just gonna enter the room, moving past Frank, being burned alive.
I want to.
Takes
hug
2d8
Astra.
fire damage. No, fuck off.
I hug
Astra's gonna
Astra.
fly. You can't fly anymore, so
I can
Astra's
climb
gonna
and
fucking
jump from
no.
the roof.
I'll just fucking tidal wave you. I don't give a shit. I'll make water go through. It'll clean the fucking place.
I will be nice and cool and no longer burning then. Anyway, we're gonna scry on Elodia.
You do take 12 points of fire damage.
Ow, hot.
Or, oh, wait, I'm sorry. It's 2d8 points of fire damage, not 6.
Waiting.
Take 8 points of fire damage.
Aw. Thanks, Astra.
I'd rather the 12.
Steampunk will spend some time explaining to Astra and Linda my dream and what Frank saw.
Yeah, Linda will kind of. She has a bit of a dour look to her, and she will say, I have heard that this plane eats away at your mental well-being and does everything it can to elicit feelings of despair from you, but to think it would be starting so early is surprising.
I've got a feeling there's more sinister forces at hand here.
I have no doubt of that.
My auntie's Vordas.
What?
You heard me.
Linda blinks and raises an eyebrow. It's like, I heard you,
Anyway,
but
I want to see my wife.
your words make no sense to me.
I'll give Astra the scrying stone.
So do I have to do something?
Nah, you just use the stone.
Cool.
In
If
Captain
this ends
Port's
up hurting Elodia in some way, H, I'm gonna punch you.
She's on another plane of existence. It doesn't actually work. You
But you might see alternate ego.
Shadowfell Elodia. You kind of think of Elodia and the location of where you suspect she'll be by this point. Somewhere in Ozenyaler. As you kind of focus on that and reach out, or like I guess, kind of have some magic flow from you into the scrying orb to empower it. As the orb kind of like the insides of the orb kind of swirl with images of a petrified forest, no leaves, kind of the like it has the sure tell signs of like extensive blight, but you recognize that the place you're looking at, it's not from the prime material, but rather from here in the Shadowfell, from the 2 days journey that you've been taking, and you're looking around at the environment. You kind of see all of the telltale marks of the Shadowfell, like those little viney tendril outcroppings, the like dead trees everywhere, and you see like a few little wretched sorrowsworm kind of going around eating things. But you don't. You kind of search through the immediate area. As give me a perception check.
I'm trying to guidance, but I can't find it. Okay, there it is. I couldn't fucking find up my list.
Okay, 15. You see one of those like little wretched sorrowsworn bump into something invisible, look confused for a bit, and then kind of walk away.
Something invisible.
Yes. And then the feed cuts.
So evil lady is invisible.
What was invisible? Was it
You don't know.
something that was alerting, or was it
It was just
something
something
behind or
invisible.
around?
I mean, I'll tell everyone it as if they don't see it already. I don't know if it's like a TV screen or whatever else.
It's the orb.
Orb.
I'm gonna ask Linda real quick. Do you know anything about the Shadowfell?
Not much, I'm afraid. I hail from Eastgard, another plane, where I serve my lord Lindbrecker. He merely sent me to the prime material to investigate the weakening of the veil between it and its reflections. I'm afraid this is my first true foray into this plane. I cannot say that I know much about it, other than it is a land of monsters and nightmarish creatures that eats away at your very soul until you are nothing but a desolate husk devoid of emotion.
Well, that's comforting.
Points at steampunk.
Well,
I don't
I'm
see
gonna do
how
some
it
quick.
is, but okay.
I'm gonna do some quick asking around. I want to see if anyone knows where that forest is, and I'm gonna go into grandma mode again.
Grandma mode activate.
Sleep.
Alright, yeah. As you go around schmoozing, mingling with people to get information, running the old rumor mill, make I guess a investigation check. Very
Hey.
nice. Alright, yeah. You come across a Shadowkai woman, who's like kind of in the tavern part of the Bleak Hill Tavern. You come across this woman. She's got like this dark, like glossy black hair. These like very like icy blue eyes that are kind of like piercing and are kind of like the only color to this woman. As She's just kind of eating a meal of some meat that you are not familiar with. When like you kind of spend some time like asking around the bar about like, hey, are you familiar with a place that seems like this? Just gives description to multiple tavern patrons. And as you near her table and kind of like ask some people sitting at another table the woman will kind of turn to you and will say, I think I know the place you're thinking of.
You do? Oh, perfect. Do you think you could maybe show me on a map?
Right. She will take out a map and unroll it. As, yeah, she will. Yeah, she will, kind of point to, a place around here. This, like, little island here.
Knew it'd be around there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, steampunk. Looking at the map. This is your first time actually in character seeing a map of Shadowfell. It is, as always, familiar and yet different in some ways. As you notice, looking at the map, that it looks like, oh hey, look over here. The land extends outward instead of ending in a bunch of fjords. You see, what were these two islands are actually connected by land. Some islands here have disappeared, um, as well as an island that used to be here, but now that you look about it, it looks like it kind of joined in with the rest of the land there. That near where Elodia went to in Prime. Elodia went to, well, I guess as part of her first step, she went to around here. So she's certainly much closer to it than you guys are. But she's
So
also
we
in
meet
another
up
plane.
in the Shadowfell. She'll find a portal, it'll be okay.
She'll find a portal. It'll be okay.
Alright. Thank you, dearie. This is much appreciated. I'm a bit of a tourist and I want to make my way around the islands.
The person will kind of let out a sort of like a monotone laugh. Splitting migraine legit hurts to look at the screen. No, that's good. I was actually gonna draw to a close soon, anyways. But yeah, the Shantakari woman will say like, yeah, no problem. Good luck if you're going to that island, though. She'll say like in a monotone voice, keep your head about you. There's some dangerous things on those islands. And if you're taking the direct route, and she'll kind of like trace a finger from where you guys are to there, make sure to avoid this island.
Noted. Thank you. And then I walk away
And if you
like an old lady.
yeah, yeah, you hobble away in your old woman act, and yeah, the Shadowcard woman will go back to eating her meal. As yeah, reconvening with the rest, you tell them you have a destination in mind to check out.
Hearing that, I don't think we can take the direct route. We don't have a boat right now, so we have to go roundabout, or we can see if we can find a boat somewhere around here.
I mean,
Yeah,
considering
I'm
you're
sure
in a
there's a
city,
port somewhere.
it would make sense that there might be port cities out on the coast. And there's that. Or we
Where
could take
is
the long route.
closest? I like the long route. Let's take the long route.
Or you could take the 55-foot route according to this map scale, or the or the 100-foot route.
So
I like
roughly
hundreds.
double.
Yeah. I mean, it's up to you guys. What you guys want to do?
I think it would be cooler to go longer. Nice. Extended Shadowfell arc. Let's go.
I mean, I think it might be worth taking the route by the sea so we can go see what Vagabond looks like.
I don't think it exists.
Yeah, but it might be cool to see, you know.
Well, if we're gonna
what
do
the
that,
of our places.
we might as well like go that way and then go here, right? See if the Druid Grove exists. And it's basically the same distance as going the other way, right?
Yeah, and I guess further away from the island that woman told us to avoid.
Hmm.
Alright, I guess we're taking the water.
But do we want to go straight to Vagavulda and then to the island, or do we want to stop up there and then there's a little detour to the north?
I guess there's no harm in it.
I mean, if we're going to Vagavulda anyway, it's not really much of a detour because we have to go this way anyway. To go around the islands.
Is where the Druid Grove is. Good question.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. That's why I said we should go up there,
Yeah.
and then there, because we can see what's at the what's that township called?
Millivaten?
Or something like that. Yeah, that one. And we can see what's there, and at the Druid Grove, and see if King Glauma exists in this world, but is evil.
We have to keep in mind the longer we're here, the more our minds get fucked. Root.
Don't worry, I got plenty of weed.
Well, I guess we could just try and go as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Travel at the
While
fast
doing a bit of
pace.
sightseeing.
Technically speaking, out of I grab myself. Out of the two, if we went this way or this way, via land or crossing over the ocean and then going over. It's not that much of a distance difference, you know? So yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like going the top way would be better since we're somewhat familiar with that area.
We also have to find a place that sells boats too.
I'm sure there's somewhere on the coast.
No, she got cursed.
To your question, Astra, Linda will reply, no, I was beset by the coven before even entering the Shadowfell. On my first approach of the portal, I was unfortunately unable to actually go through it, so this is my first actual time here in this plane.
I want to insight her.
Make an insight check.
Is she secretly
She's
the
secretly
witch
the carbon
disguised?
form. She's telling the truth.
I believe her.
She's honest.
Alright, well, I guess the next step is to find a boat.
Should we ask if there's any coastal cities over here? Or up near the top? Like on this claw specifically, is there any boat cities there?
May as
Yeah,
well.
asking around. Yeah, you will. Asking around with the patrons or the barkeep, they'll say, yeah, there's a few, there's a port city around there and some fishing villages in the area.
Wait, where was that? The Revenant house.
That was
That little.
I believe that was, I feel like saying that was somewhere around, I think that was somewhere on this little peninsula that looks like a person kind of doing like a little dog with their hand. A little like dog thing with like shadow puppets.
I imagine that this part here is the face. See how? So yeah, that's the face and that's the hand. And it's just like. I made a little face, by the way.
alright.
Let's go.
Let's get a move on. We're not getting any less brain dead.
Do.
All right. So yeah, you guys pack up your things from the motel basically, and start to set out. But I think we will see what journeys await you in the Shadowfell upon this long meandering journey next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah, you survived.
That whole dream thing, right? I was. Oof.
One final thing, by the way, as we leave the town, sort of, you know, I'm gonna blow the horn
At the
at
beholder?
the orc. No, I was gonna do it at the orc, the bartender orc.
All right, yeah.
And just for you, Ryder, I'll do it again for the beholder.
Pretty sure, doesn't it have like a reach of like 60 feet?
600.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
As you're leaving the Bleak Hill Tavern, you sound the horn as you hear the shattering of glass as the orc bartender gets startled and drops a glass on the floor, and you hear like a fuck as you leave, and then going out the road, you keep an eye out for the beholder and find him and blow the horn at it. As it seems undaunted by that. Though like one of its little eye stalks kind of turns to look at you.
Oh, put it away and nonchalantly.
Yeah, the
Just
little
wish
eye
it
stalk
didn't.
nods, approving of that. And then turns back.
I love how he loves chaos himself. Nice.
As yeah, you guys make your way up north towards Claw Hook Peninsula or whatever we'll call it.
The claw.
To the claw. As like this little inlet kind of looks like a boot. Both of them do actually. This one too.
They're all
There's just a
wrong.
dancing person in the water.
It's just a giant. It's just a water giant having fun.
It's
But,
just like the Peanuts
yeah.
dance.
We will fade out as you all leave Brecca Cross on following the road that leads out to the north. As you walk into the shadows, continuing your quest. As we will save that for next time. Yeah. Hope you all had a good session.
Spooky time.
Spooky
I am
time.
very satisfied.
Horror arc.
I was waiting for backstory stuff for ages, even though I just read it.
Finally, I can
No, I
whip out
just
my
wrote it. It's like,
carbon
finally.
throne.
Now that I have a
Yeah.
backstory, it can actually be implemented. Yeah.
I hope that I hope I didn't just see the BBEG, because that would be not fun.
Who knows?
What with my
Well, the thing.
premonition dream? What's the word? I don't know the word I'm looking for.
Portent, prophecy.
Prophetic dream.
My track record, that's what it is.
There you go. Given your dreamscape track record.
I'm just curious about that whole like tower thing, because in your dream, wasn't the dude heading towards that tower, and then that tower was literally outside our window?
Heading towards a
No,
tower.
that's a rock.
That was yeah, but it was
outside.
a
The tower was in the
giant
dream.
black rock that just juts up in the sky. This one was like this one was like an actual like constructed building.
Oh, I was envisioning the same thing. Okay, cool. I thought they were the same thing. Oopsie.
So yeah, those are questions to be answered potentially next time or in the future.
Or never.
Yeah, or never if you don't follow through on it. But,
We all
yeah.
TPK next session. We never find out.
All right, I will go close out stream real quick. So BRB, boy. All right, and that, then I cuties had a good time. Yeah. This place is in dire need of some god hunters fucking shit up, and just purging the place of undead. But yeah, that was, I guess, the first full episode of the new Shadowfell arc. That was, I think I did pretty good. That was a lot of improv on my part. So yeah, that was some good shit. We will continue the misadventures in the Shadowfell next week. I stream every Monday and Wednesday through Friday. I'm very happy with the dream part. Yeah, that was all improv, baby. I was making that shit up as I went. So yeah, that's some good shit. But yeah, I stream every Monday and Wednesday through Friday at starting at about 4:30 p.m. PST, going to around 8:30 p.m. PST. Except for Thursdays, we end early at 7 because of Critical. Couldn't tell it all. I thought it was all written down. I mean, I wrote it down after I spoke it so that I would remember. So now it's written down. But yeah. During the weekdays, afternoons to evening, I play video games. Right now, we're finishing up Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 2. We're near the end. Kind of in like a little bit of a side story sequence with some other characters, and then I think we have an epilogue afterwards. And yeah. And then hopefully starting on September 27th when it comes out, we might start Trails from Zero, but apparently I may need to finish Trails in the Sky for the greatest amount of context. We'll see. I'll probably decide that on the fly. But yeah, I stream several tabletop RPG games during the week. This is the Thursday game, where we start at 11:30 and go to about this time, 3 to 3:30. As yeah, that was Forest of Rumors. On Tuesdays, I GM another campaign, which is not taking place in the Shadowfell. It is taking place in the Prime Material. And that is Shield of the Land, in which Bliss is a player, like over there, him being all like, Deus Vult on the Shadowfell in chat there, like there. If I ever become in charge of the Shadow Hunters, we will purge the Shadowfell and slay all whom reside there in a glorious crusade. Nice. So yeah. So yeah, the Shield of the Land, they just killed a necromancer, and that necromancer may or may not show up in a random encounter in this campaign, because his body was tied to the Shadowfell, and he returned to it upon death in the Prime Material. So yay. But Shield of the Land starts at 6:30 and typically goes at around 10:30 p.m. PST. And in the coming weeks, probably not this week, but could happen this week. I don't know. There's been no mention of it starting up this week. But, in case it does, just like the day of that we decide, hey, I'm ready. In the coming weeks, there will soon be a BattleTech campaign called Mechs and Mercenaries, going to be jammed by my good old pal, my good old role-playing buddy that I've been, playing D&D and other games with for years. Chris plays bass. He'll be running a BattleTech campaign for us at some point in the near future. So I'm looking forward to that. That's gonna be very different from D&D. As you go around in a bunch of mechs, and beat shit up. So that should be some good shit. But whenever that starts up, it'll probably start between 7 and 8 p.m. and go until around 11 to midnight.